Hi, you're listening to Country Chat with Dom here on a variety of platforms now. I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. This is going to be on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts as well. And I'm joined today by the fantastic Bronnie. Hiya.
Oh, how's it going?
Absolutely fantastic. How are you?
Dude, I'm so good. The sun is out. We're loving it.
It's
Yeah,
ex
it's like songwriting season, isn't it? As soon
it
as the sun's
is.
out.
It is as soon as the sun comes out and it gets a bit warmer because the past few months has just been absolutely Baltic. It's been horrible. It's
Dude,
it's
it's
such a
not
change.
it. Honestly, I hate the winter.
Yeah.
Like January, February, March, I'm like, absolutely not. We used to do all of our tours, so every year I'd start the year with a headline tour in January.
Yeah.
I'd stop it. I was getting depressed halfway through tour. I was like, we'll move it to summer, everyone. Honestly, early mornings in the winter, not
Yeah.
it.
No, it's not it at all. And the great thing is, you've got a lot of things happening for you right now. You've got your upcoming song coming out very, very soon. Was it the 24th of April, Thursday?
Ah, 24th of April, Own Girl, Own World. Yeah, the
Just
first single from album two. Exciting.
so excited. I mean, I love whenever we, as podcasters and radio presenters and stuff, we get music, we get press releases and stuff. And I was reading through it and I was thinking, this is just my childhood. This is, this Hannah Montana vibe. I'll let you describe the song and then we'll go further into it.
Yeah, so um do you ever like sit back and like watch old childhood videos of you like on the like an old camcorder or
All the time.
yeah, with the family? So you're doing that. And me and my so I'm the eldest of five. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of us in the family. And we were obsessed with obviously watching like Hannah Montana. Did you ever watch Run's House with like
Yes,
Rev
I
Run?
did.
Oh my
Yes.
God, yeah. No one ever says, yeah, that's great. So we'd act as if there were hidden cameras around the house.
Yeah.
Uh, we would just do stupid shit, like totally trash the house. Bless my parents. I'm so sorry. But yeah, and because we were like, oh yeah, because we got our own TV show. So I was like, okay, obviously I want it to be about me. I'm the main character, so I'm gonna
Obviously.
call it Own Girl in Her Own World. I just thought that was like the coolest TV show name. Didn't even know about Is It Girl Meets World. I was like, damn. Oh well. So I was like watching back old videos and I was like, oh my God, do you remember when we wanted our own reality TV show and we were convinced that we were going to be mega, and we wanted that name. So I was like, Joe, that's actually a really good song title, like Own Girl in Her Own World. So I started writing to it and then Own Girl, Own World kind of was better.
Yeah.
Wrote it just like that. And I was like, okay, that would be the theme of my 8-year-old reality show. But yeah, because I think growing up, like so many of us, like if you're a Disney Channel kid, you're a Hannah Montana kid. It
Hmm.
was like it's country rock teen music is just the greatest genre ever.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, I always, whenever I talk about my life and how I got into country music, I always think back to when I went over and lived in Texas. It was only like 10 years ago. But
Oh
when I
wow.
really sit down and really think about it, I think country really started for me back in those Disney days, back in Hannah
Hmm.
Montana and watching those cartoons. Because I didn't know about, Billy Ray Cyrus and, even
Same,
Miley Cyrus.
yeah.
Even, I even learned about Dolly Parton properly through Hannah
From Hannah
Montana.
Montana, yeah.
Which is
Honestly,
absolutely nuts when you think about it. But it's brilliant because it does open up this whole new avenue for kids.
100%. And I think in the early 2000s, when you had Hannah Montana, you had like the Kelly Clarkson, which is like pop, country rock,
Yeah,
Miley Cyrus songs and all that. I'm like, what, what a time to grow up.
yeah.
Like,
It
listen to
was
all that kind of, you
it was
know.
fantastic. I mean, even like Lizzie McGuire, she's done a bit of singing and then High School Musical came out, a couple of years after that. It's just all these different kind of like musical avenues that came out
Mhm.
particularly for kids. It sparked this kind of like idea for a generation and it's fantastic.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So that was kind of the whole thing of Own Girl, Own World. And look at us fangirling over Hannah Montana. I'm loving it.
What more do
Um,
you need to do?
Exactly. That's it. We could just the whole podcast could just be a Hannah Montana fangirl sesh. I'm down.
I'm totally down for that. But I want to go back right to the beginning. Well, I say right to the beginning. Let's go back to graduating. So you went to LIPA.
Yeah.
So you studied music and songwriting. And I was reading through the press releases and stuff. I was like, the songwriting score, what's that? So I had to do a bit of digging, and it is actually quite a prestigious thing. You know, the fact that you've surpassed Paul McCartney in your score. It's just,
Oh
it's
well,
just,
so it was first year of, so I did 3 years in one,
yeah,
which was like a foundation degree because I was like, oh, I don't want to do the 3 years. I would rather like go off and tour. So we had to do a songwriting exam basically, and it was
yeah,
around Christmas time. So my teacher, so he's called Eddie London. You know the band China Crisis?
yes, I do.
Yes, he was my songwriting teacher. And he was like, okay, you all have to write a Christmas song as your songwriting exam. And everyone was like freaking out, like, so our songwriting score is going to be based off a Christmas song. Like, are you kidding me? So everyone kind of wrote depressing Christmas songs. I mean, they were all great, but it was
Mhm.
exactly the same concept as like a homeless man looking into a window, seeing a family eating chicken. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's just the same old, same old.
Yeah, and he was like, guys, like, why is everyone writing the same song? Um, and then everyone found out that when they were showing everyone, and I was like, oh my God, no, mine's really cringy. And it was about like not getting the alien you wanted for Christmas, and like
Yeah,
being like, oh my God, I always get my enemy for Secret Santa, and like just like a really funny song. And I ended up getting the highest score he's ever given anyone in LIPA, and I was like, what? So that kind of fueled me to songwrite even more. And he kept, you know, giving me good scores, so it was great. It felt great.
that's awesome. I mean,
Um,
I've obviously I whenever I do these shows, I tend to look through things like YouTube and all different music and social media and everything to just get a
mhm.
gist of what goes on, you know, particularly within an artist's mind. Because this show here isn't about me, it's about you. And I like to try and work out how an artist ticks and how he gets to certain positions. And one
Yeah.
of the things that I really, really enjoyed watching, particularly through YouTube, was your Bronnie show. So it was
Yeah,
these
my
it's your podcasts, it's your vlogs. Even if you go back to 8 years ago, watching the graduation, watching all you and all your friends just having a great time,
God, love
and
that.
then getting a kiss off Paul McCartney, your tours
Never
around
washing my
America. You had your holidays over in America in the Grand Canyon. Just so
sheets.
much great times that you've had, and it's great to see the way that each time you filmed and each time that you kind of like approached your family members or friends or people in the industry, even in the music industry, everybody comes to you with this warmth, and you can really feel that it radiates from you. So absolutely
Thank you
amazing.
so much. And do you know what? This is already one of my favorite interviews ever because you've taken the time to watch my vlogs and like learn who I am before this. It's so awesome. Most people are just reading from a script.
Yeah. Oh, there's no script. For
I love
everybody for everybody out there, the only thing I have at the moment open is just the press release. That's all I've got. So it's the same thing that everybody gets. And
amazing.
yeah, it's I don't need anything else because I see you.
Legend. What a legend. So you lived in Texas, did I hear?
Yes, for a couple of months.
Love that.
That was back in my engineering days. So
Mhm.
look at you going all podcast host on me, trying to flip the
I
questions.
know. Honestly, can you tell I've just been diagnosed with ADHD? I'm like, oh my God, okay, let's chat about everything. That's so interesting though. I've never been, well, I've been to Texas, I've been to Amarillo,
Yeah.
which is like on the edge of it, isn't it? So I'm like,
Yes.
can I technically say I've been, but
Oh yeah, you can. Of course
okay.
you can.
Oh,
But yeah, I was there for engineering. Basically, one of the guys in our department, but over on the American side, was involved in a car crash, and he couldn't
right.
work. He had to go through a bit of rehabilitation, so they needed to send somebody from our team in the UK over to them.
You're like,
And I was
I'll
like,
go.
whoever doesn't have,
You're
you
like,
know,
guys,
offer for
fine,
that.
I'll do it.
Oh, I'll take one for the team, okay? But yeah,
That's
it was that's what really got me back into country music was when I'd sit in the hotel because it was all paid for all the hotels and stuff, and I'd lay in the hotel room and I'd be like, I don't want to watch TV, I want to listen to some radio,
hell
and
yeah.
it was just all country music. It was fantastic. But
It's
the great thing is watching your music and going through things like your Spotify and stuff like that is the diversification that you have within music. Because when you go back to the towards the start, you're more of a punky, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
darker side of music, which to then blend into the countryside, it's got such a nice flow. And it seems crazy to say that because it's two massively contrasting things, but you do meet that middle, you meet that whole new niche. I mean, in the day of country nowadays, we've got country pop and even like the likes of country rap and
Mm-hmm.
country rock, but a
Oh, it's all
country
different, isn't
punk,
it?
this is new, this is great.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like, so I started out writing country music. So my first song, Stay. Oh, you can watch it on YouTube and cringe.
There's no cringing.
Um, but like everyone in high school at the time were like, "Oh my God, country is so bad," and like you're gonna sound like an old man. And I was just like, "Shit." So then I also loved pop punk at the time. So like growing up, my favorite genres were pop punk and
Yeah,
country. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try and like, and I didn't know anyone in country as well. I didn't even know there was a scene. I just thought it was like just America and that's it. Whereas a couple of my mates were in pop punk bands, so I was like, okay, well, let's like, I'll start doing gigs with them, and that kind of blossomed. Um, so yeah, so I was like a pop punk artist, but on the side, like country was like my favorite genre. So it was so like awkward sometimes because in interviews people would be like, "So who's your favorite band?" Like Paramore, and I'd be like, "No, I love like like
everything.
Miranda Lambert and all these people."
Yeah,
And they're like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Oh." But now I'm like, okay, I've done the pop punk thing. I'm loving it. Why not blend both of my favorite genres together and make country rock music instead? And I'm
yeah,
so happy doing it. And it's great because loads of my fans, I did get them from doing pop punk shows, but now, like, you look at all their Spotify wrapped, they're all like listening to Morgan Wallen and all that. They're like, Bronnie, this is such a vibe. I'm so happy you're doing like both
yeah.
genres. So I'm really happy.
See, it's just the massive influencer in you that's just influencing your friends and the people around you, to embrace new stuff. I mean, country music in the UK, in particular, is just absolutely boomed. I was walking around
Popping
Oxford a
off.
couple of weeks ago, and there were some kids in the street playing football, and they're one of the little speakers, and they were playing Luke Bryan, and then Zach Bryan as well, that straight
Ah,
after. And it's
so
like,
good.
what's going on here? This is the music that I was listening to, 10, 15 years ago, and people are like, why are you listening to that rubbish? It's
You know what? Like all it takes is a certain genre like country to have its moment. I mean, it's always been massive in America, but all it takes is like you got Post Malone coming in and like, you know, some people might be like, "Oh, it's so lame." But it's like, no, he's from Texas. Like he loves country.
yeah,
He's bringing a whole new batch of fans. And
exactly.
and like he's massive in the UK. So
Exactly.
like his fans are gonna
Well,
go, "Okay, what's this country?" and listen to all the other people and it's great.
yeah, I mean, Post Malone, when he first kind of like switched over to country, everybody was trying to be that negative. Oh, he's not country. That doesn't make you country or whatnot. The same old arguments that people always seem to have. And I always go by the basis of I'll listen to it first and I'll see how I feel afterwards. And if
Hmm.
I enjoy it, then what am I hating? Why would I follow the crowd to say, "Oh, that's rubbish"? Same with Beyonce. Everybody really slated off Beyonce's music, but I actually quite enjoyed it in terms of a country pop
I
artist.
loved Bodyguard off that album. It
Yeah,
really gave me like, Traveling Wilburys,
yeah,
and like Beatles, like that kind of
definitely.
vibes.
Even even the song she did with Miley Cyrus as well. Just again, it's just I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was nice for her to take a dip into it. It's not her kind of like style because we know her as almost a queen of pop. But it's I don't understand why people want to kind of like slander or go against people like Post Malone or whatnot. It's just I find it mind blowing.
I know we need to wrap Post Malone up in bubble wrap.
Oh, definitely. We need to look after him, make sure
Yeah.
he's sorted. And it's great seeing the likes of Morgan Wallen selling out places like Hyde Park as well, consistently now. And I cannot wait to see you selling out Hyde Park.
One day, girl, we'll manifest it. Hell
That's
yeah.
it. That's all it is manifestation. Now, you have we mentioned earlier when we started talking about Own Goal Own World, you got a second album coming out. This is gonna be the first single from this second album. Can you tell us anything else about this album?
Oh yeah, so it is just a whole blend of country rock. There's going to be some heavier songs. There's going to be some like I'm like in the middle of writing like a bluegrass kind of song as well because that's like one of
Ooh.
the caves. I've got I bought a banjo. I'm like, hell yeah, I need to learn this.
Ah,
Um
cannot wait to hear that one.
I am excited. It might not make it. It might, do you know what I mean? So it's like it's so, but it's just gonna be a whole like country with just a load of subgenres, load of fun, some
Yeah,
serious songs, some like heartfelt songs, some fun songs. Just I just want. I always write music for everyone's emotions like with my first album and like I guess every album going forward now I'm like I want to have an album that's fit for like with songs that are fit for every emotion. You're
yeah.
angry, okay, I'm going to listen to this song. You just had your heart broken, I'm going to listen to this song. And because there's always songs like Foo Fighters, they're a band that I love. Whenever I'm going through any emotion, there's a song for it.
Yeah.
Same with like Lainey Wilson and Aerosmith. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's another, I love Aerosmith so much because they're like people say they're like rock and classic rock. I'm like, when you listen to them, they're country rock. Like they
Yeah.
have the vibe. It's great. So yeah, I just want to be that artist that everyone listens to for like any emotion.
But that's the thing as well, we're going back to, what was discussing earlier in terms of different musics and the side. I grew up listening to indie music. Being from Yorkshire, I listened to a lot of Arctic Monkeys growing up, and I find that a lot of my, the way that I feel about things resonates from those lyrics because that's what
Hmm.
you grow up with. And then whatever you listen to growing up molds how you're going to become a songwriter or approach different topics and you know being from the punk rock, that kind of enjoyment of listening as well as country, there's going to be so many different blends, and I can't wait to hear the different kind of like nuances between where with different guitars and different sounds. And like you say with the bluegrass, I cannot wait to hear what you come out with that, because I absolutely love bluegrass music. I listen to the Dead South all the time. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, just I can't wait. I'm really, really excited. Do you have like titles or names to the album yet? Or
Yeah, so I started writing this album 4 years ago.
4 years?
I know, yeah, because so my first album was called Jaded, and I had that,
Yeah,
so I wrote that song in 2018, and I was like, right, I'll only release that song if it's on an album. So I kind of like had all these songs, finally released it, and then whilst I had all those songs for album one, I was like, I already know what like I want to do forever now with like album two and all that. So I've
yeah.
written a song called Sedona Sunrise, because
Oh,
Sedona, like Arizona is just one of my favorite places ever.
yeah,
Um, Mockingbird. That's why I hate you. That's that's one for the music industry. Um,
yes. I totally feel that
some
one.
people, not
I,
all.
I totally
Um,
feel it. We all,
yeah.
even those within the music industry, at this side of the level, we still feel the same way about other people.
100%. Yeah. It's a fun genre.
Hmm.
Not fun industry. Yeah, like Unfamiliar Places. That's one that I'm really, really excited for people to listen to. But yeah, it's pretty much the whole album. All the demos are done. We have three songs ready to be mixed and mastered, and then the rest just need to record them now.
Awesome. Do you have like a kind of like a time frame that you're looking to have this done by? Obviously, that time frame can always shift. People
No, yeah.
get that,
Well,
but
ideally, I wanted it to be like a summer album because I want
mhm,
people to think of it's like a sunset album. Like whenever I've got it in my brain,
yeah.
um, that would mean it would come out next summer, and I'm like, that's too long. So I'm thinking it might be like the end of the year.
Ooh,
Um,
crazy.
so
I,
I know.
the thing is, though, time flies so quickly. You never realize when you start creating these plans and you try and have these ideas for the year. Before you know it, you're already. I mean, we're already getting towards the middle of April. Well, we're
I
already past the middle
know,
of April.
dude, it's so scary.
Ever since COVID, I find that the years are just going faster and faster and faster.
No. Yeah, that is a weird one, that.
Yeah.
I totally get you, yeah.
I think for us, because of our generation, COVID is that kind of like middle point where things do naturally get faster. Obviously, for those who are of an older generation, they
Hmm.
would have said, "Oh yeah, it's about the same time anyhow." But it's one of those things. Now you've got some gigs coming up as well.
Hmm.
Do you want to tell us all about them?
Yeah.
Definitely
So
have to
I
get to one of these.
So yeah, oh dude, come down. So I have a headline show in Manchester
Yeah,
at the Deaf Institute. Have you ever been to that venue before?
I think I have. It might be a
Yeah,
few
it's
years ago,
great.
but
Yeah. Oh, it's an iconic venue. Like everyone's played there, like Smiths, and um, and it's great because we say as a band, because like my best mates play for me, like my drummer Chris and guitarist Pete. Any venue with a disco ball, it's gonna be a great time. And the first thing we saw when we went into the venue last year was a disco ball. So
what more do you need?
obviously we got to come back. I love playing Manchester so much. It's always like one of my favorite cities to play. But yeah, so that is the 7th of June. Tickets are from £10, VIP £30. And that's gonna be fun. And then we're also playing Buckle and Boots Fest. I
Exciting.
can't wait. It's gonna be great. We can't say the dates all the time yet,
Yeah.
but it's on the main stage and I am so excited for it. So
I bet you
yeah.
can't wait. I mean, Buckle and Boots, for those that don't know, it happens just on the outskirts of Manchester. White Bottom Farm, absolutely fantastic, fantastic venue. Absolutely amazing guys who do Buckle and Boots as well. Gary Quinn in particular as well does such a great job in terms of trying to get the talent in. And to say he's pulled you as well is just absolutely brilliant.
I love Gary, he's so awesome.
He is. Um, so Buckle and Boots, you've got Manchester. Is there anywhere else that you're wanting to go this year?
Ooh, well, last year was pretty full on because we did my album tour, which was it was 13 dates in the UK, I think,
Yeah,
4 dates in Europe, a couple dates in America, and then we play in like festivals and supporting other bands. So this year we were like, right, let's get this album done.
yeah.
So we're playing like I've said no to more shows this year than I'd like, I guess, because I'm like, this album's never gonna get done if because
Which
Pete,
is
my
fair.
guitarist, exactly, because Pete, my guitarist, is my producer.
Yeah,
So it's not like I can be like, oh yeah, we'll go on tour and then someone else will be at home producing. Like he's on tour with us, so like the album will never get done if we're
yeah.
away. Um, so I'm like, shit, the album better be good.
That's always the difficulty is particularly when you're doing a lot of things your own, within house. You've
Hmm.
got to balance because it's easy enough to say yes, 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 yes. Then you look at your diary, and you say, "Oh shit, what do I
Yeah.
do now?" You're just
Yeah.
so quick to get yourself in a tiz.
Oh, 100%. And especially because next year we'll be doing another big tour for the second album. So we're like, okay, taking like, a year out or whatever. It's all right. I mean, obviously we'll still be playing gigs, but
Yeah,
not mega. But
this is your gap year.
yeah, exactly. It's my gap year, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Super excited to listen to the album when it finally comes out. And I'm excited for everybody else to hear On Girl Own World as well. It's such a great song. So make sure you guys get it pre-save because it's available for pre-saving now.
Hmm.
And when it comes out, if you listen to this after it's come out on the 24th of April, make sure you get it downloaded as well. Now, Bronnie, where can we find you on social media?
Yes, you can find me. It's the same username on everything, which is pretty straightforward. Bronnie Music
What
at
more do
Bronnie.
you need?
I know people are like, "Are you a musician? Like, what do you do?"
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I
I think,
I wanted to get Bronnie,
yeah.
but someone on each social media platform that has the username and they haven't tweeted or done anything in like 8 years.
Funnily
Good.
enough, that's exactly what happened with me with Country Chat. I could not get Country Chat on Twitter. Well, what used to be Twitter. I
Mm,
had to go for country_chat because of that. It's just like
I know.
you
Madness.
haven't posted.
Oh, so they do it to mess with us. I just know it.
They do. But thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute honor talking to you, and I'm super excited for the year to come.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This is a great chat. Loved it.
Okay, everybody, take care. I'll see you all next time. It's bye for now.